Okay, here's some work on our animated Rooba. We have a few versions we're supposed to be creating here. First, we're to take our Rooba's variable and then make the Rooba move left to right, bouncing along the x-axis. And then we're going to try to make it move up and down, bouncing along the y-axis, and finally make it move in all directions, or x and y, or up and down and left and right. All right, so let's get our Rooba's variable example out here and start working on that. So we have here our variable set up for us pretty good. Now, being as it is an animation, we will need to do a draw method. So I need to, I don't need everything in my draw method, so I'm going to have a setup. And inside there, what I want to have is all of that information. Now, outside of that, I'm going to have my draw method. So right here, and this will go all the way down to the very, very bottom down here. Provide me some space to work on. So I know that, oh, it's right there. No, I want to put that down a little ways. Okay, so my draw method will take care of all of this drawing here. What we want to be looking at is that we have a center X established on all of the different features of our Rooba. And because we have a common place to start, we can increment X positively or negatively to shift the Rooba left or right. Positive shifting it right, negative shifting the Rooba left. Now what I do have here is I have some variables set up already, a shift X and a shift Y. I'm going to use that to move my Rooba. I'm going to shift it around. So this will be done in an if statement. So I'm going to update my center X by that shift value. Center X will now equal itself plus, oh my goodness, plus shift X. Now, so every time this runs through, center X starts off at its original self, plus shift every time, shift being 10. Every time this value is going to go up by 10, so it's going to move that rather rapidly. If it's too fast, we can change our shift value down a bit. All right, so now in our if statement here, we're going to do some parameters. Center X, if center X is actually equals the width of the screen minus the body width of our Rooba, which we have established already, we're going to change the value of shift. Shift X will now be negative. So that'll push it one way. Now we need to figure out when it gets to the other side, we need to then, that will take care of if it goes to the far right. We need to figure out what happens when it comes back on the left. This will be your else if statement. Else if center X is equal to just the body width of our Rooba, then we need to, again, change the value of shift. So whether it be positive or negative, applying a negative to this is going to shift that in its value. So let's see what we have here. Oh, now I can see a problem. It's working really well, but we need to, in our draw method, redraw the background every time we see that Rooba being drawn, so we don't have a trail on that. So the first thing in our draw method is going to be set our background to white, which is a value 255. All right, so now then that should cover up its movement. Okay, so now, nice, we have a Rooba bouncing from the left and right screen. Now we need to make it bounce top to bottom. So all of this is going to be good, but we don't need that right now. I'm going to try to comment that out. So there was commented out. Now I'm going to do the Y. And I need to do the same thing. So center Y is going to equal itself plus that shift Y that we have established. And same thing goes if center Y is equal to the height of the screen minus the body height. I think that's going to be too large, but we'll find out here soon. Or then we're going to shift our values. We need to include these in our parentheses here, and we can see what we have. Okay, let's take a look at it. Nice. Our Rooba is bouncing up and down, but like I said, it is not getting to the edges there because it is changing its value too soon. So body height is not going to work. We need to make it basically like the diameter of the body or half the body height. That way, because it's not the entire body height that I need. I just need to have half of it so it touches the bottom and the top. Okay, perfect. So now we have it bouncing back and forth with our X values up here. We have it bouncing up and down with our Y values here. Now finally, what we want to have happen is we want it to move in both X and Y directions. So for what I can think, I'm pretty sure this should be relatively easy here to do by just simply allowing both of these checks to take place. So if we are moving left and right, it's going to use this shift X. If it's moving up and down, it's going to use this shift Y. And now we have a Rooba moving in all directions, left, right, up, down, side to side, all that. Okay, so that is a quick run through on your animated Rooba versions 1, 2, and 3.